Right back at you. Harden. Kyrie. Easy. Harden and Irving combined for 25 of the 28 first quarter points. Harden had 21, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists in the first half, and the Nets had a 7-point lead. Third quarter. Nicola Batum has the good look. No, Joe Harris. Woo-woo! Outlet. Kyrie. Transition punch. Kevin Durant appreciating that. Later in the third. The handles. Left. Nets lead 8. Kyrie, 12 points in the third quarter, and the lead is double digits heading into the fourth. Into the fourth, Clips down 11. Paul George steps into the three. Bottoms, but he was on a minutes restriction, not in late. Down low, it is Ivica Zubac for the dunk. Steve Ballmer.
Pretty damn cool! Woo!
6-point lead. Harden step back. Bang! Now it's a 7-point game into the fourth. Late when the three is hit. That's George. 4-point game. Down low, it's Harris who puts the Nets up 6. 6-point game. Kyrie. His layup package is extensive. The ability to finish is excellent. Corner three coming. Again, Ballmer. Again, where is it? It's too late. That was a Lou Williams three. Kyrie, late after the game was tied with free throws, the tip in from DeAndre Jordan. And the net lead was 2. Love it. Early in the shot clock, get a chance at a putback. 11 on the shot clock and in the game. And it's Kawhi who's called for the offensive. Harden sells it.
Sure does.
That left arm is up. And they get the victory. Hard fought as it was. Harden afterwards on closing out the trip with a win over the Clips. And they didn't have Durant for the last few either. That was, of course, with Mike Green. 3 little things on this game. Harden led the Nets with 37, added 11 rebounds, a 35-point double-double for the 77th time in his career, second most among active players. LeBron James has exactly one more. For the Nets, it marks their 8th consecutive win against Western Conference opponents. Elias tells us that match is their longest single-season win streak against the West in the history of their franchise. As for the Clippers, Kawhi and Paul George scored all but 45 of the team's 108. Didn't get a ton of help from the rest of the squad. Those 45 points are the fewest the rest of the team has scored all.
Well, if you like offense, boy, do we have a game for you tonight on ESPN. It's the Nets, it's the Clippers, and Brooklyn leads the NBA in offensive efficiency and field goal percentage this season. As for the Clippers, they are making 42% of their three-pointers, which is best in the NBA. And now that we've been able to digest the Nets, we've been able to take a look at the big three, Kyrie, Katie, and James Harden. Jalen Rose still here with us, Adrian Wojnarowski. And I want to know, Jay Rose, who has impressed you the most so far out of the big three?
So I know we've talked a lot about Kyrie burning sage and his walking stick, but the thing that's actually impressed me more is James Harden's ability to play make. And stop me if you heard me say this before. He's the most unique offensive weapon in the history of the NBA. And follow me here. He's the only player in the history of the league at some point of his career that will lead the league in three-pointers made, free throws made, total assists in the same in a season. And this will be his second time leading it in assists. Usually the guy that's making the threes ain't leading the league in assists.
Yeah.
Usually the guys getting to the free throw line ain't making the most threes. That's James Harden.
And you wondered how he was going to adjust in playing in Brooklyn, and it seems as though he's made that adjustment to fit into the offense and make it work.
Absolutely, he has to, because the other guys already have chips.
Sure.
And he was the guy that had to suppress his game and also had to break up with his former situation and make everybody in Houston mad at him in order to get there.
Yeah, and Kevin Durant's still working his way back from that hamstring injury. He's missed 4 straight games after having been back 1 game, 1 practice, and having missed a whole other week with COVID issues. And I'm told that they're going to just start to ramp Durant back up in practice. They're not going to just put him back on the court in a game. So there's still going to be some time there. But this Brooklyn team, even without Durant, continues to roll on this Western Conference swing. And, you know, they've got a lot of latitude there to let KD get back to 100% and then bring him back and start to see something we really haven't seen this year. Durant, Harden, and Irving playing together over a consistent basis.
Yeah, as we get closer and closer to the second half of the season, you want to be able to see that. But let's talk about the Clippers, because they have been rolling in the West. They've won 5 of their last 6 games. What would you say has been the turning point for them, or what's working well right now?
I got you. The last year in the history of the Clippers was the first time they went into a year and people like me felt like they were legitimate championship contender. And they folded under those expectations. Kawhi's still great. He's still a top 2 or 3 player. Paul George is still all NBA performer, but they got humbled last year. And it's exactly what we were saying about Joel Embiid. He got humbled. And so now what are you going to do when that happens? If you notice, head down, they're just grinding, playing basketball, not laughing at Dame Lillard, not creating no sideshows, because when you get bounced, not by the Lakers, but by the Denver Nuggets, when you were up 3-1 and your 2 best players in the game on the sideline, you ain't got nothing to say to the playoffs.
Yeah, it'll be interesting now to watch the Clippers develop this bench and their second unit. You know, as Paul George has come back from that toe injury, you know, his minutes are still getting ramped back up. You know, he's in that 25, 26-minute range. So you're not necessarily seeing him go play with that second unit of the Clippers where the ball's going to go through him more. And so you're seeing Lou Williams and Marcus Morris.